You'll have to check out my last video to see what exactly I did as far as chopping a hole in a second head. Second head up here. But I took a 2-ply, cut a hole, left about this much ring, and one of the things I did was I put the ring on here. Now, I have been aware of this hack for a while, and I simply was not able to get this thing to sit in here very happily. So you'll note that there is quite a deal of duct tape loosely holding it on. It doesn't work the way I've seen any other dampening or quieting rings kind of work, but it does add a focus to the sound, which is kind of part of what they do, and it doesn't completely destroy the sound. However, I don't know that you could at all play a full gig with this thing without it flying off, and the amount of work is not worth the upkeep. But in the name of science, I will show you. Low volume on top, ZBT on the bottom, XSR 18, 19. The newly somewhat fixed up, cracked saturation crash 18 as a ride-ish thing. Silent strokes on these exports, which I've made a little more voluminous with tape. It's another good hack that I will get into another time. And without further ado, let's just see what this does. Seems to respond to rim shots somewhat well, and as always, the duct tape does not want to stay permanent, but you can even play right on top of it. So that's neat, doesn't hurt anything there. Got a good not a complete fail, but again, with it flying off all the time, that's kind of annoying. I could just be a grown-up and do that. We'll see what happens now. yeah, again, just trying as hard as it can to come off. So if you can come up with a better way to keep it on, I think it's really neat. And even on the stupid mesh head, it can add a completely different tone. But if you have to try a few times, do it, because the first one might not work, especially if you do it at 12 or 1 in the morning in half darkness. Last little beat. Let's see. Whatever. Alright. And that is a crazy, stupid idea that kind of worked and kind of is just a whole lot of upkeep. So, thank you once again, always, for coming along on a little adventure with me in my drumming world and life. Here's this awful mess right here. Alright, so I had trimmed along a Genera G2 that had been used but not completely destroyed. Now, I'll admit my cutting skills are not totally genius, but notice how many pieces of tape I had to add to keep this thing from moving. Actually, not this one. This one was just there. This obviously is here just for the sound and a little strength, but mostly for your sound. But yeah, this one, this one, this one. So we've got north, south, and then we've got a northeast and a northwest, as well as this one on top, which is this one on top. Come on, camera. Which is actually holding it to the drum in case it flops completely. I can't give it a 5-star rating at all, but it was a fun hack and I had a good time playing around with it. As always, those AAXs, saturation, the crazy setup there, the toms off to the sides, eliminator hardware, and remote heads. So thanks very much. I've been Bailey. If you would please give me a subscription, it would be wonderful. You hit subscribe, you send me a comment there, and I subscribe back to you after responding to your comment. You can send me a message for all I care too. Get up in my DMs, and I will subscribe to your channel. I hope we can have drum conversations, drum discussions, anything about DIY percussion is fun for me, and techniques, and tell me if I suck. Just give me constructive criticism as to what maybe I could do better. And thanks for coming along with me for this journey. It's been a couple of years, and I've been in transition this entire time. and it has been quite a ride. Forgive me for a quick ramble, but this has kind of been the thing that's gotten me through my foot surgery rehab. It's been the thing that's gotten me through being alone during the initial phase of transitioning, and now that we're nearing a real goal point for me, I really need 100 subscribers so I can change my YouTube name for the address. My mail name is my address, and I'd really like to get rid of it. So if you're still here and you haven't already yet, please hit the sub button. And once I get that name change, I will put up a video saying I did, and you can all unsubscribe from that point. But it would mean a lot. Thank you very much. Kawaii Luvv, thanks for hanging out and being awesome, all of you.